Hi, happy Sunday. It's Melissa Kerman. Melissa's Crafting Treehouse, but you know that because you're here or whenever you arrive. So I'm just going to do what I usually do and just make sure that I'm showing up actually as live on my computer. So I have way too much to share today. I'm overwhelming myself, in fact. So hopefully I won't overwhelm you guys. So much going on these last weeks with on stage and the new catalog coming out, and lots of new things to share. So just trying to find me on Facebook, and hoping this is a good time for people Sunday afternoon. Hopefully you're home crafting and playing. Let's see. I'm not seeing me yet. So just kind of as a aside, I've been traveling. Some of you may know that, but I was in California for actually it was a memorial for my dad in part, and in part a family reunion with my cousins who live in Vancouver. Haven't seen them in about 6 years since my brother got married. And I used to live in the Bay Area, so it was really also fun to see old friends and of course spend time with my family and my cousins. And I was gone for a week, and and then yesterday we were visiting the college my daughter's going to go to. So I've been all over the place, and then still trying to, fit in stamping and business and blogging and all the things that I do. So let's see. Still looking to see if I'm showing up online right. Anyway, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and start. Hopefully people will join in as they see that I'm live. This is actually my Facebook Live number 5, Rewind Redo. Decided to continue that from my 15-year anniversary celebration back in March, because I was having so much fun with it. But I'm also going to do some updates about what's going on in the Stampin' Up world. So there's so much going on. It's kind of crazy. But I'll go ahead and just dive right in. So some of the updates from last time. Oh, I see somebody's on. Please comment and tell me who you are. So let's see, just some quick reminders from last time. Paper Pumpkin is on sale for 50% off for the first 2 months for new subscribers. That ends May 10th, so coming soon. The retiring items list is out, and hopefully all of you guys know that and have checked it out. Those are only available while supplies last, so things will go fast, especially in colors that are going away. The 2015-17 in colors are going away. So I see somebody else is there. Comment and say hello. Say who you are, where you're from. Nice for me to know who's out there, so not anonymous. Let's see what else. So I have posted on my newsletter and in my blog links to see those retiring products lists, so check them out, or let me know, leave a comment if you can't find that information. I'd be happy to share it with you. Let's see what else. So you guys probably know that there's a new catalog going live June 1st, and demonstrators are already able to see that online. And so that's very exciting for us in the demonstrator world, and we get to pre-order, which is super fun. Hi, Marcia. So glad to know you're here. And let's see what else. And May 2nd, every demonstrator gets to pre-order, which is a super fun aspect of being part of a demonstrator, being part of the Stampin' Up family. And let's see. What else am I want to tell you? Okay, so those are just the quick reminders from last time. And so the new reminders, and in my newsletter, I shared some of this. So if any of you are on part of my newsletter, you're from Clarkston, Missouri. Yay. Thanks for letting me know. That's awesome. I'm doing a little giveaway gift for newsletter subscribers who spend $25 in merchandise or more using the current hostess code. And as always, if your order is under 50 or more, don't use the hostess code because then you get hostess benefits. But the little gift is a sampler of the Springtime Foils designer paper, which was one of the celebration items. I've used it a lot, used it with polished stone and with my blends markers, and posted several things on my blog, but I just love this paper, and I have some extras, so I wanted to give it away. So I'm just going to show you what the gift is, if you haven't seen it on my website. So this is basically it. This is a pack of 12 pieces of 4x6 designer series paper, the Springtime Foils, and one each of the Tutti Frutti item that was as also a celebration item. So it's one of each card base and one of each envelope, and then you'll also get one of my personal, here they are, I posted this on my blog, one of my polished stone creations. So I've made a bunch with this paper, so that'll be a little thank you, and I've done them in all the patterns, and so of course you'll get some random one if you place an order, the $25 order. So that's my little gift for placing an order. And okay, what else can I tell you? Okay, so something you may or may not know is that there is going to be a pre-order for customers. So one of the product suites, and it's called Share What You Love, is being featured starting May 1st. And so you'll be able to get a variety of different products, and they're going to be bundled in 3 different ways. There's sort of the small, medium, and large, and each one of those bundles comes with a free item, and I think some of them actually come with more than one free item. And those bundles will only be available through the end of May. Now, that doesn't start till May 1st, but I'm telling you now because I'm only doing Facebook Lives every other week, and so that goes live Tuesday, May 1st, and I won't be going live again until the Sunday right after that. So I just want you to know that this is coming. If you're on my newsletter, receive my newsletter, you'll be able to see what all that information is about, because I will be sharing it in my newsletter next week. So let's see. Also, in addition to getting the Share What You Love products as bundles and also some a la carte, you'll be able to pre-order the new in colors, the ones that are coming out 2018-20 in colors. And those, I'm going to play with those today. I'm going to show you those today, those ink pads, because I already have those, and I'm using it on the project that I'm showing as well. So that's going to be super fun to share. I have a lot of things to share with you today as far as, the things that I've already gotten. So I can only show you some of it. I can't actually show you the full stamp set, but I can show you things made with it, and I can show you accessories and the products I've bought, but I can't show you stamp sets. That's against Stampin' Up rules. So let's see. So if you're not a subscriber, and I think, Marcia, you are, but if you're joining me later and others are not subscribers, join my email list. You can comment and let me know you want to join with your email address there, or message me and let me know that you'd like to join. So, oh my goodness gracious, here I am back. I got disconnected somehow, so anyway, I hope you'll come back if you were on. Anyway, I was in the middle of showing you the Nature's Poem Designer Series paper, and I was about to show you a sneak peek of the project I've made, and it's just going to be really quick. I'll post this on my blog eventually, but this is actually going to be one of the projects that we make. I'm not going to tell when. Keep it a surprise. Somebody in my groups, my local groups, are going to be able to make this. So I've used images from the Nature's Poem, Nature's Poetry, what is it called, stamp set. And I love this sentiment. I don't know if you can read it backwards, so it just says, be strong, be happy, be you. I just love that. That's, I think, so much of how I like to live my life and encourage others to. So here's another set of pieces and parts that I'm going to do that same layout with. So I've got my 3 pieces stamped with the tree image that's in there, and those are going to get lined up the same way the other one was. And then here's another one of the sentiments from that set, Thinking of You. Nice big bold sentiment, which I love. Okay, let's see, what else can I show you? Okay, shared this on my blog. This is one of my favorite sets. We got this for free at the Onstage event, and let's see, what is this one called? I can't remember. Anyway, it's Wild About You is what it says on there, and the stamp set is called Animal Outing. I did this as part of the Autism Awareness blog hop that I did last week, so super proud and excited about that. Let's see. I think, let's see, what did I see? Saw a comment, but I just went by too fast for me to even notice it. Okay, so what else can I show you? So this is actually part of the suite. This is the Share What You Love suite, the designer paper that goes with it. It's a specialty paper, and I don't know if you can see on here, but it's got a pearlized finishes on some of the patterns. It's really, really gorgeous paper. This is actually one of my favorites, which is why I put it in the front. But you can see here maybe the pearlized on that little image right in there. So this is one of the things that will be available as a pre-order for customers on May 1st. So, okay, moving right along. This is the Tranquil Textures designer paper, also part of a suite, and the stamp set that goes with it is this really fun, playful, like sea, ocean kind of set with an octopus in it and other plant life, which is really fun. Okay, and these are the new ink colors that are coming, and this is some of what I'll be playing with today. So I'm going to read them because it's backwards. Lovely Lipstick, Grapefruit Grove, Pineapple Punch, Call Me Clover, and Blueberry Bushel. I love the creative names that Stampin' Up comes up with. They're so wonderful. And this is just beautiful, bright, cheerful color palette, which I'm really enjoying playing with, although I've just started playing with it. So I've decided I have a really big problem, and it's a good problem to have, and that is I have all these fun things to play with, and I haven't had enough time to play with them. So anyway, I'm going to work at that. I'm going to work at solving that problem. So let's see. So of what I've showed you, let's see. I got to show you more things, more fun things. So I did, as I showed you, this design here, and I did it also with this other stamp set. This is the Love What You Do stamp set, which is part of the same suite that the Share What You Love designer paper is from. Just showing. And I also did this other focal piece here. So anyway, I like those, all of them. And then on the front, you'll see this ribbon. It's actually cording that's black, and it's almost plasticized. But it was really sort of stretchy and easy to tie, which was very fun to play with. So that's another new item. And let's see, I got this bucket of stuff over here, and I can only show you some stuff, but here's the twine that goes with the Nature's, what is it called? Nature's Poetry stamp set. There's this new punch. I love this. It goes with the stamp set. Varied bases, I think, and they're so cute. I love punches. These little pearls that are also part of the Share What You Love suite. I know I keep jumping around. I can't help myself. This lovely velvet ribbon, which is actually on some of the cards that I'll be giving away with the orders. If you place a $25 order to get the my little giveaway, I'm forgetting what it's called. Too many things to remember. All right, and I have all these stamp sets in this bucket here, but guess what? I can't show you. So sorry. I feel evil. Okay, hi Marcia, welcome back. Okay, so one of my favorite things is this. There's a suite that is all stained glass theme, stained glass window kind of theme. This paper is just gorgeous, and this is one of my favorite patterns in it. This is a project in process, so I'm going to color on that. It's so pretty. And then here's another one of the patterns, and it's vellum, so it's see-through. And I'm really just kind of skimming the surface of what there is to show you. But there's little beads that go with the sea themed stamp set, and these great little buttons. I guess I should open it up because it's hard to see. Can you guys see? Ooh, aren't those pretty? So many fun toys. Okay. What else did I show? Oh, and I can show you this one finished card. We made this at Onstage. So that has these little embellishments, and that's all part of the suite. That's the Nature's Poetry, and I'm probably calling it the wrong thing, but it's close to that, and it has the trees in it. Another fun thing we did it on stage, and this is another one of my favorite products. We made this really simple little card, but you probably can't tell, you know, the piece, the overlay is actually a new designer paper that's, it comes in a full 12 by 12 sheet, but it has all these different fun patterns, and this is one of my favorites. I love it. And then this is another one, and I'm just showing you two of what there are, like, I don't know, at least 6 different patterns that come in this size, and then full sheets of other ones. I know the stained glass window is gorgeous. I agree. I'm glad you agree. Okay, moving right along. So this is a new embossing folder. That also goes with the Share What You Love suite. And I have some, let's see, some dies. There's dies that goes, Nature's Root, that goes with the Nature's Poetry set. And I think I'm going to stop there because I can't show you enough to help you really see what it all is. So whether you watch now or later, tell me what you liked among the products that I showed you. Just leave a comment and let me know. Let us all know. It would be fun to know. Okay, so another one of my updates, the ink pad style. I don't know if you guys have caught wind of the fact that the Stampin' Up's come up with a new and improved ink pad style. And just some of the benefits are that they're a little bit smaller, they're stackable, they have little nesting buttons or whatever to help them stack more easily. And the ink is new, so it has an anti-foaming element in it, so it's supposed to give us better resolution, and so we won't have little air bubbles in there. And there's also an improved way to open them as well. There's some better labeling as well. So, yay. Thank you, Marcia, for commenting. Okay, so just a little bit on the ink pad. So here's the old style ink pad, and this is the new style. So you can't really tell too much of a difference, except for this one's sort of more squarish, but it's also, this one is thinner, as you can probably see. It's got a label on the end, just like the other one. But I'm just going to show you how these guys stack. So they sit right on top of one another, and they have these little nubbies on the corners that help them sit one on top of another. So if I take two of the old style ink pads next to two of the new style, right, these ones just kind of, they don't want to fit next into each other, but these ones fit nicely, so they hug each other. Isn't that a nice thing? More hugs. Okay. I'm a hugger. So anyway, what else? And then on the ink pads, I'll just show you how they open. And I will be doing this while I'm stamping, but so it's more like a compact. This is kind of an awkward way to do it, but so it just flips open like this. So and then just like that, and then much the way the other ones did, but it's just smoother, and they're a little bit tight to start with. So you have to kind of work with them. I was just playing with these, going back and forth, just loosening them up a little bit. But the benefit to them being tight is that, well, they won't dry out as much, I guess. But then they also don't get loose and fall apart. And some of our old ink pads do that a little bit. So every once in a while, they'll fall apart. And then you have to figure out how to put them back together, which is always fun. Or maybe not. Anyway, so lots of new improvements in the ink pads. So, okay, so moving right along. So tell me what you think about the new ink pads and the ink pad style. Are you saying, yuck, I like the old style? Are you saying, they look pretty cool, but I'm not sure? Or third, I'm excited and can't wait. I'm definitely in the latter camp. I'm very excited for the new ink pads. So you may also have heard that Stampin' Up's doing a total color revamp, and lots of new colors, so much fun. I love new colors, so I'm very excited about it. There was a time as a demonstrator where I would get really upset when things were tired, but not now. And I've probably said this before, but I just love when the new things come and I get to stay out with the old and in with the new. And there's things that I'm less happy about going away, and things I'm more happy about going away. But I love the new stuff coming in. That's always a total kick. So just the quick summary of the revamp. There's 13 core colors that are going away. We're keeping 27 of the existing colors. And for anybody who's joined in, please comment and let me know who you are, your name, where you're from. That would be really awesome to know who's here. And then on with the, let's see the colors. So we're adding 10 new core colors, and we're adding 6 returning in colors. So 2 of my favorites are Mossy Meadow, which was an in color a couple years ago, and Blackberry Bliss, which is sort of a purplish pink kind of, and I love both of those colors. I'm super excited they're coming back. So in my newsletter coming up and blog posts, I'll be providing the full scoop on all that information. Kind of too much to talk about right now, but I did want to give you kind of the quick little snippet. Hi, Linda. Thanks for joining. Okay, so a few more little updates, and then I'm going to get to the project. There's so much going on, it's kind of hard to really do justice to everything, but I'm trying. Okay, so I send out catalogs to all my current customers or regular customers who are with me frequently, and then also to anybody who's purchased $50 or more in the last 6 months. I will automatically send an annual catalog to you, unless you tell me you don't want it, as soon as I have them. So I will be ordering my catalogs, the ones that I mail, as of May 2nd is when I can order them. So I need to know how many to order. So obviously, I know how many people have ordered and my regular customers, but for anybody, if you're not sure whether you qualify to receive a catalog based upon your ordering, and if you're not, then I'm happy to mail a catalog to you, assuming you don't have a current demonstrator and your intention is to do business with me. I'm happy to send you a catalog and would love to do that. So if so, just message me with your address and let me know, and I will put you on the list and make sure I order enough to be able to send one to you as well. So let's see. Okay, so what else do I want to cover? Okay, so if you want your catalog even sooner, okay, I'm back. I can't believe that I've gotten disconnected twice in the course of this. Okay, so I'm ready to start the demonstration, and I just wanted to kind of move the camera. So if you're coming back, hopefully you'll rejoin. And I always suggest that you look away from the camera because when I move, it's a little bit wobbly. So what you see in front of you are the 5 new in colors, the 2018-2020 in colors. And they're so bright and cheerful. I just love them. And I'm going to show you the project Rewind. So this is the project that I'm basing this current project on. This was one of the things that I made way back at the very beginning of being a demonstrator. Pretty simple project. I actually used a Spectrum pad on this one. I'm not going to be using a Spectrum pad today. I'm doing something a little bit simpler. And these are, aside from the old olive, I think all the other colors are retired here. But I've used a technique called, well, bleaching, which is just like what it sounds. I'm going to stamp with bleach. And there's some little tips and tricks I'll provide. And then I'm also doing some tearing here. So my redo is going to use one of the new colors, this Call Me Clover cardstock, which is this one right here. And then I'm going to be stamping with the Pineapple Punch, and I'm still learning the names of these ink pads myself. So I'm going to bring in some of those images that I'm working with and set aside the ones that I'm not working with. Okay. Let's see. I'm missing one of my stamps. Okay, here we go. Getting it. All right, so this is what I'm working with. I'm not going to show you the end result because honestly, I'm not even done with it. You're going to help me figure it out. Would you please? Leave a comment. I need help today. Didn't get enough done. But I do have my sort of partially done one, and I'm going to kind of go with it as I see fit, and maybe you'll comment and let me know what you think too. Okay, so hold on just a sec. I'm trying to catch me on Facebook as I'm doing this. Let's see. Okay. All right, so let's just go for it. So I'm going to start with this image right here, one of the images from the Love What You Do stamp set, and I don't know, it's going to drive me crazy that I can't show you the set. So I might just do it in hopes that I don't get myself in trouble. So there it is. That's the set we're using. That's the one that's going to be available as part of the pre-order bundles. Okay, that's all I'm showing you. I'm really not supposed to show it, I don't think. All right, so I'm going to start with stamping my sentiment using the Call Me Clover ink pad, so you can see me just open it. It sort of snaps open like a compact and then slips into place. And it's tight, so I have to be kind of careful so I don't get ink on my hands. Okay, so I'm just going to ink that up. Beautiful day, and I'm doing this slightly differently from the original because I felt like the words would look better off to the side. So there's my lovely green, my new clover. What is it called again? Call Me Clover. So I just want to tell you too, so you put a label on the back side there, and then the new and improved label element is that you have an added label you can put on the inside. You can always see what ink you're playing with. So that's helpful. And I somehow got some yellow on there, but that's okay because it's going to all be on there anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to use, and I'm going to have to keep reminding myself on the colors, Pineapple Punch. And I'm just going to do some stamping of that image, and I'm going to do it repeatedly. Some first inking, some second inking. It's so bright and cheerful. And I put this color next to my Daffodil Delight, which is the other yellow, bright yellow that we have right now. And this one's more like lemon yellow, and that one is a little bit more orangey. So I'm just stamping away. I'm gonna kind of fill this in. Okay. And I'm gonna do some stamped off right here above the birthday, just to add some yellow. Okay. I can't see anything. If anybody's commenting, I can't see it, so I apologize if I'm not responding. Okay, so I'm just starting with that. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of the Grapefruit Grove in. And I've done this in a different way on this other version off to the side, so we're going to see which one we like better. I'm going to ask you your opinion. Okay, so I'm just taking this sort of foliage type image, and I'm going to put in some of the, okay, I'm checking the color, Grapefruit Grove. So while I'm stamping, if you see a color that you like or you have a preference, please let me know. I always want to know what you guys think, especially when there's new colors to play with. Okay, so there we go. And now I'm going to actually tear. So I'm going to do kind of like what I did on this one and tear. And I always like to tear towards me. And I think the last project I actually did tearing. It's one of my favorite techniques. So when you pull towards you with the piece on the left, and by doing that, the piece that's left over, you're showing the inside fibers of the paper, and that's it has a really pretty look. So you can see it right there. So if you compare the two pieces, oh, I'm glad you like that yellow, Linda. Me too. Okay, so if you look on this side, that's, just the, it's not the inside fibers. This is the inside fibers. I don't know if I'm describing it very well, but you can see what I mean. It just looks pretty this way. And then you can sponge on it, and you get sort of some nice texture there. So I'm just going to gauge my sizing. And I've started with this nice big piece of paper intentionally. So again, I'm pulling towards me, and you can see the inside fibers. And if you can use your fingers to kind of control how you do it, if you know how regular you want it to be or irregular. So there's my piece. And then I'm going to sponge it along the edges. And I always have a dedicated sponge for each color. Haven't done a label for this one yet, but it would have a little handle on it. It will eventually for this new color. Is this the pineapple one? Yes, it is. Pineapple Punch. See, I'm quizzing myself here. I have to eventually learn these color names. Let's see. Okay, just simple sponging. And I'm just going to leave that open for now. Okay, so now I have a piece of my yellow. I've already ripped one edge because I did one already, and I want the inside fiber to show here. So look at that. That's pretty perfect, isn't it? Got that edge just right. So I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back side of this one and attach it where I want it to be, so then I'll have a guide for how I want to tear the second side. And again, I'm pulling towards me so that the inside fibers of the yellow piece, the pineapple punch, did I get that right? I think I did. Okay, will show. So let's see. I'm gonna see, and it's easier to rip it when you have a big piece. If you want to refine the sizing like I am right now, it's kind of hard to do. Fingernails are helpful. So here's what we got. Okay, so next up. So when I was doing this, this is what I was playing with. I was just putting it straight on that green. But I wanted to do the bleaching, partly just to show you guys the bleaching, but also because I always like some texture in the background. So I'm going to show you some things I played with. One of them was this, and I did bleaching on the back side here. I used two images, one from the Timeless Textures, which is a current stamp set, and I used that little one right there. And the other one from a new stamp set, again, hopefully I'm not breaking the rules. This one, Artisan Textures, brand new stamp set. You can notice the new labeling. I'm not supposed to show you though. I'm showing you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so on that one. All right, so those two. So I used those textures to do the bleaching in the background. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about bleaching and just go ahead and do it. So if you want to try bleaching, you'll be prepared. So you can take any sort of container. I just have a paper plate right here. And I like to keep it covered because the fumes. So I have another paper plate nearby. And you want to, what I did was take a piece of felt and soak it in water just so that it's wet. Hi Heather, welcome. And then I poured bleach on it. And you want it to be wet but not soaking wet, because if it's super wet then you end up with sort of a fat image, shall we say. So I can probably show you an example of that in a second. So anyway, this is pretty wet, and what I did was, it was too wet at one point, so I put another piece of felt underneath with it, which absorbed some of the moisture, because you want just the right amount of moisture so that you get some crisp stamping and not too super blotchy wet stamping. I'll go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and do that on the back side. So I also like to keep on hand, when I'm doing this, some kind of surface with just some water in it, because I don't like to leave bleach on my stamps for too long, just for fear that they might get damaged. So this is a red rubber one. This is probably a little more hardy than the maybe the photopolymer, I'm guessing, as far as bleach is concerned, but either way, I don't take the risk. I always have water nearby. So I'm just going to do a couple bits of stamping, and I'm just doing this more solid image in a few spots. I have 3 spots there. I'm going to do 2 spots here at the bottom. I like to turn my stamp when I do it. So now I'm going to take my stamp and just, place it in the water. I don't know, can you see that on camera? It's sort of off camera, but I'm just going to wet it. And then I keep some paper towels nearby, and I do have them here somewhere. So I just have paper towels, and then I'm going to do this off camera because I don't want to get my surface wet. And then I'm just going to put it on that paper towel so that I can blot it off. And I'm just leaving it off to the side. Okay, now I'm going to take this image, which is the one that's from the Timeless Textures, and just kind of fill in a little bit here. Now the cool thing about bleaching is that you never know what color is going to show up when you do it. So here, it's more of what you would expect. It looks sort of white. But sometimes you can be doing it and it looks yellow or it looks bluish. I'm going to show you an example of that. So now I'm going to put my stamp in the water again, and I'm going to blot it off on my paper towel off to the side. Just always want to take good care of your stamps, so they last a good long time. Okay, I'm taking all that water off to the side and away. Okay, so now you can see what that looks like. So pretty much the same as the other side, but you can see me have gone through the process. Now, it settles a little bit in time, and the bleach, more of the bleach takes effect after a few minutes. So like on this side, it might look a little bit whiter, and that's because it's had more time to cure, I guess is the right word for it. So there's that one. But I also want to show you another one that I did. This is the Shaded Spruce color, which is a brand new color. It's quite a bit sort of richer and darker than, say, Emerald Envy, which is one of the greens that's going away from the end colors. So I decided I wanted to play with this and see how it responded to the bleach and how it would go with this general design. And so I bleached the other side, so check that out. So this is a good example of how when you bleach, you never know what you're going to get. So in this case, the bleach produced more of a yellowish. All right, I'm back again. I think this is a good example of resilience. Am I resilient? This is time number 4. I keep getting disconnected. Jeez Louise. All right, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up and sign off, and hopefully I won't get disconnected again. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this together. And please leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the bleaching, and if you, whatever, if you like it, if you like my project, what do you think of the colors? So here's another example, actually. So here I added the orange, but my original one didn't have orange in it. So tell me which one you like better, the one with the orange or the one without the orange. Okay, I'm saying that backwards. Here's the one with the orange. Okay, so where is my original? So there's my original, my rewind, there's my redo, and a few last little reminders. If you want a catalog, please let me know. Give me your address, and if you want that springtime foil sampler gift, also you can place an order for $25 in merchandise using the hostess code, and I only have a limited quantity of those, so don't delay if you're interested in that. And I will be coming back in 2 weeks on Sunday at the same time. And I hope you've enjoyed the project, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much. Bye.